My name is Rafael, you're watching Rock and Roll Garage, and today I'm going to tell you about what Paul McCartney and John Lennon talked about the last time they spoke to each other. But first, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment below, please. Tragically, John Lennon was killed back on December 8, 1980 at the age of 40, and we lost one of the most incredible artists of all time, one of the most incredible songwriters, and he formed with Paul McCartney in the Beatles, probably the most successful songwriting partnership in the history of music. And they were really a tie unit, and when they were together in the band, and in 1997, the band came to an end, and there were a lot of hard feelings within the band, and especially John and Paul went to separate ways, and they didn't talk to each other or saw each other for years, and there was a lot of bad blood in the press. They were not saying good stuff about each other. They were writing songs criticizing each other. I mean, like the track "How Do You Sleep" and many other ones you might know if you're a fan of the Beatles and from their solo careers. But today I'm gonna tell you an interesting thing that is about what Paul and John talked the last time they spoke. I mean, John was killed by Chapman in 1980, and a few days before that, Paul had the chance to talk to him on the phone, and they finally, in the 70s, it took a while, but they saw each other a few times, and they were connected again. They became friends again, although they weren't together all the time and they didn't work together, but they used to see each other a few times, and especially talked in the phone. And Paul recalled the last conversation in an interview he gave to Playboy magazine. Yes, Playboy magazine did interviews too back then. And it was in 1984, and you're gonna see here what he said, and it's a really interesting thing. He said that a consoling factor for me, because I do feel it was sad that we never actually sat down and straightened our differences out. But fortunately for me, the last phone conversation I ever had with him was really great, and we didn't have any kind of blow up. It could have easily been one of the other phone calls when we blew up at each other and slammed the phone down. It was just a very happy conversation about his family, my family, enjoying his life very much. Sean Lennon, who was the second son of Lennon, he was the son of Lennon and Yoko, was a very, very big part of it. He was he was just a kid at the time, and thinking about getting on with his career. I remember he said, "Oh God, I'm like Aunt Mimi, padding round here in me dressing gown, robe," as he called it, because he was picking up the American vernacular, feeding the cats in me robe, and cooking and putting a cup of tea on. This housewife wants a career. It was that time for him. He was about to launch Double Fantasy, which sadly eventually was his final album that was released while he was still alive. And it's just a sad thing, but it's interesting to know that they had a final nice conversation, because there was a lot of bad blood between them after the Beatles came to an end, and thankfully that tragic ending, they had the chance to kind of be friendly again before that final and tragic end for Lennon. And that's it. I hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment. Let's talk about this. Tell me if you're a John Lennon or Paul fan or the Beatles, and tell me what you think, okay? Thank you for watching, and I see you later.